One of the most common questions I get about living in Spain is how much does it cost? Food in Spain is substantially cheaper than I have found it to be within North America, especially eating out. Eating out, we generally have a menu of the day for lunch, which would include an appetizer, entree, beer, wine, water, or tea or coffee for dessert. And that's going to be around 10 to $15. Hola, amigos. One of the most common questions I get about living in Spain is how much does it cost? And it's really a bit of a tough question to answer because everybody's budget's different, and what some people are willing to spend on some things, other people aren't. But I'll do my best to kind of break it down for you today. So, the most expensive part, or the one that can vary the most, is cost of housing. Now, depending upon where you want to live, it's going to vary dramatically. Madrid and Barcelona are definitely the two most expensive cities to live in. However, you can still find some apartments for probably around 1,200 to closer to $2,000 per month. Again, it depends on what your requirements are, location, and the amenities within the apartment size wise and things like that. So that alone will be the biggest expense or the biggest variation as well. From there, regarding food from Spain, food in Spain is substantially cheaper than I have found it to be within North America, especially eating out. I would say on average, you would spend probably $100 a week to 200, again, depending upon what types of foods that you like to eat. And if they're imported or more local, there's so much local stuff. It's very inexpensive for fruits and vegetables and things. Eating out, we generally have a menu of the day for lunch, which would include an appetizer, entree, beer, wine, water, or tea or coffee for dessert. And that's going to be around 10 to $15, depending upon where you are. Again, Madrid and Barcelona will be more closer to the 15. But if you're down in Valencia, Costa Brava, Marbella, it'll be a little bit less. And then, of course, in the smaller towns, it will be less again, but way better prices than North America. Transportation in Spain is amazing. I absolutely love it. I do not have a car, do not need a car, do not want to have a car. There's the metro system, which is very inexpensive. Then there's plenty of buses as well. Each city has what they have a bicycle sharing program. I pay 50 euros, so it's maybe $55 per year for the bike sharing program. So it's amazing. I walk a lot of places, everywhere is walkable. So you're not really going to need a car, which save a lot of money. Utilities, it's going to vary a little bit, but I would say about 150 to 250 per month. And that, of course, depends on if you're living alone, if there's two of you or a family, if you work from home, or if you're going to be out during the day, you go have a job at an office, or you go to a co-working space, or things like that will vary that utility price. But I would average around there. Healthcare, you're going to need initially to have private healthcare when you apply to get your residency. You'll need it for either until you get residency or for the first full year, depending upon what region you're in. And that's going to cost anywhere from 50 to $100 per month. Once you get into the system and become a resident, then you can choose if you want to keep your private healthcare or not. Some people do, just because it's not very expensive. But the public health care system is very good. It was ranked seventh in the world by World Health Organization. So it is really good, not a necessity to have that private health care. And then, of course, you're going to have some miscellaneous expenses, getting your hair done, going to movies or taking day trips or overnight trips to places, going to museums, the types of things that you like to do and activities, going to the gym maybe. So you'll want to have a bit of an expense for that. Probably, I mean, it depends on how much you want to do, but I would say at least $100 per person per month. Maybe a little bit more. I like to do a lot of things, so my budget there is a little bit higher because I like to be out. So if we're thinking of an overall budget, I would think for two people, you probably will want to be close to around $3,000. I think you would live very well. 2,500, you could probably still do good. For some couples less, again, it depends on the amenities, where you want to live, the size of the place. That's going to really make a big difference. And for a single person, anywhere between, I would say, 1,500 on the really low end. That would be tough in Barcelona, though. Up to 2,000 in most areas, you can be living fairly comfortable. So if you want to know some more information or some more details specifically about the cost of living in Spain, there will be a link in the notes below or potentially somewhere on the screen here for you to get a more detailed article on the cost of living in Spain. But overall, I hoped that helped. And hopefully, you will come to Spain and I will see you there sometime soon.